All right, it's the correct season, but not the correct time for these guys, as they've been in all winter and actively growing, so we'll see how it'll work out for them, but they'll be protected anyways. They definitely need to be repotted, so we have a few things to do today. I'm going to repot these guys, going to pot these cuttings. There you go, pot these cuttings. Probably eat some junk food, drink some coffee, and I'm going to have to debug the entire room again. We have the critters moved back in, so we're going to have to go for round 2 of the bathing and debugging. Hopefully I won't lose the video this time, so we'll do that later. Right now, I need to repot these guys. They need to get in better soil. They're kind of leaning all over the place and doing some funky stuff. One even does a loop-de-loop right here. You can see, does a little loop-de-loop. And then this nice big one here, I want to grow as a specimen tree, but it's growing like very, very, very close to the edge of the pot. And actually, this entire slab came out of the pot. I guess the cat must have been pulling on it and pulled the whole thing out. So we're going to repot it today. I've got some pots with soil ready. I dampened the soil yesterday. So I'm just going to grab my tools. The one thing I didn't do, grab my tools. Isn't that weird? I think these will do. Oops, kick the camera, kick it. Let's fix that, what I just kicked. Yeah, so I think I will start just by taking, just by bare rooting them and taking everything out of the pots. So what I might actually do is plant, like this little tiny training pot here, I might plant them all in one training pot and then give the big one its own. I haven't decided yet, but they definitely need new soil. This soil here that I planted them in was all just used soil, so this will go in the compost now, and I'll give them some new stuff. And we're not saving this one this time. We've got plenty of these all over the place, and this just takes up all the water. There's one, sort of. Quite out of there. There's a mat of roots on the bottoming. They only sat here yesterday without water. I watered them really good the day before. The soil dried right out up here. There we go. There we go. And there we go. So we've got the 3 little seedlings out. There's one. There's 2. And there's 3. That's not too bad. So I'm going to dump out this soil in the bag here. We'll get all of them out of the soil, and then we'll root prune them all one at a time. So we'll get these guys out next. Oops. Well, look at that. It even fell out, landed on its feet. This looks like that black earth that I had. That is now all over the table. It's okay. I'm the cleaning lady anyway. A little bit of white tips, growing tips on there, but down here with the loop. Not much rooting. We'll get them growing better. My big one. I want this one as a specimen tree. Long road ahead for these guys. Bye bye liverwort. And the last 2. Not as much root as I thought there would be on these guys. Definitely thought there would be more. Oh, that liverwort sure is thick. Into the bag it goes. I put everything into the paper bags since we can't get plastic bags anymore. We use paper, and then I throw the entire thing into the compost. Actually makes things a little easier. Chocolate cherries. And coffee. Cheers. All right. You are centered on that, sort of. See if I can zoom you guys in a bit. Wrong way. There we go. There, and I'll try and remember to stay in frame for you guys. So we'll just do these guys one at a time. I must have cut the tap roots off when I planted them in here. Doesn't look like there's a big long tap root anywhere. So I think this one, the roots are still, everything's still young. I'm just going to shorten it back where I see the new growth. flame in frame. Pretty close. I'm trying. Alright, that should do. Here's the other container here. A little spray. Note the next one. So here's the root system on the next one. Again, no taproot. I must have done that when I potted them into here. I must have given the taproot a little snip. Actually, the beginnings of some nice roots on these. Cut. I think I need some smaller scissors. Let me get my other ones. Get my squeaky ones. Okay. This one too, with its little curl in the middle. A little bit of a taproot on that one, but that's partly the stem too, the trunk. Oh, that little root goes in on itself. Oh yeah, you can see. I'm all paranoid now. And this went all the way down to the bottom of the pot, so we'll cut her off there. There we have it. It's not too bad. Just give those a squirt here. Yeah, I definitely must have cut the taps off. When I potted them in here. And these guys are still quite young. They're just going into their first year. I'll have to look up and see when I planted them. And these guys were from seed. So when I sit this one down, these roots at the bottom here don't allow it to sit. I'm going to take those off. Don't allow it to sit flat. There we go. There. Not much left, but didn't have much to begin with. Hopefully this spurs some growth. You can see there's some white new growth here. This one's got a better root system. Let me just untangle it here. If I can. Oop. Let me just take this stuff away. Alright, so this one's got a couple of root planes. This root's going to be a little bit too high. I'm going to take that off. And there's a bunch growing inward. I should put a camera on the other side. There, that took off pretty much everything. And then we'll just shorten this one. And this one. There. That'll get that started. Oh, there's one here that's going back the opposite direction. There we go. That's better. A few left. Look at this one. Untangle that. Well, there's a little root nub up here. You can take that off. Have a cup of coffee. Before it gets cold again, I already nuked it once. Hard to see through my hands. I don't think all these roots belong to this tree. But it might. Okay, so we're just going to shorten these. Try and keep some of those feeder roots. And see what belongs to the tree here. There we go. There. All right. So we have a whole bunch that are going inside there. We're going to take a couple of those off. This one off. Might have to leave that one for now. Yeah, I think we might have to leave that one. Just take that part of it off. All right, we'll leave it at that. And another one. Again, I don't think all these roots belong to it. And they don't. Yep. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Hopefully there's enough light to see everything. I'm just going to take this off right at the very bottom. And this one sort of looks like it has a taproot, but I can see right here where I cut it off. So I did do one root prune to these before. Let's see if I can show it to you. So right there on my pinky, you can see where I had cut it off previously, and it's split into two. And I can't bring it back too much because a lot of the roots come off of that second one there. But I will take them back. And these ones that are growing all from the same spot, I'll just take the top stuff off here. There we go. That'll have to do. There's some nice new growth up here. Nice new growth near the top here. And yes, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember to keep it all in frame. Last but not least, the big boy, girl, tree. You can see this one I definitely cut the taproot off of. So this one root up here, it's too high. The plane is lower, so I'm going to take this one off. And the roots are one-sided, but you can see that there is new growth on that side there, which is perfect. So just going to take these back. One growing down. Bring this one back so it doesn't interfere. My squeaky snippers. There's a bunch of crossing stuff here. This one going straight up I'll cut off. And this one doing some funky stuff actually comes from that one's going to come off. Where does that even come from? There it is. Oh wait, maybe we can make that one work. We'll let it stay. This one can come off. There's two really close together, but we'll let this one develop. See what it does for us. And we'll just bring this entire thing back. Just like that. I think that'll sit nice. So that's the last one.